And action. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is a YouTube setup video. I'm going to be showing you guys and telling you guys exactly what I use to make all of my videos. I'm going to tell you what I use, why I use it, and the price range of it. Alright, I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible because some other videos are like 30-40 minutes long. You guys don't want to watch those, so I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes. So let's get started. Alright guys, first thing we want to talk about is cameras. You need a camera to even make your videos. The very first camera I've ever got to start my YouTube career was a D56 by Nikon. I got it at Best Buy. The base price was like originally like $600. I ended up getting it around Christmas, so it was on sale. And the sale brought it all the way down to like $400. So that was a good deal. So make sure you go on like Amazon, Craigslist, eBay. You don't need a very expensive camera to start off. That's just what I did personally. I usually use this camera for like challenges or like sit down talks. When I first got it, I did use it for vlogging, and boy, I regretted it. It's very chunky, it's very heavy, it's too much to like set up and stuff. So if you're doing like vlogs and stuff like that, I do not recommend this camera for you guys. The next camera I'm gonna talk about, I'll recommend you guys that. But this I usually use just for sit down talks, challenges that I'm doing with family, friends, and stuff. So other than that, I use it for photos. It's been a minute since I used this because I vlog a lot with my other camera. So yeah, there's that. Other than that, this camera is really nice to use. The great quality, it reacts with sunlight and stuff. I'm not even using that much light, and it looks bright. Like I'm looking at the screen, it looks bright other than my shadow right here. The only downfall to this camera, only records within 10 minutes. I heard some Canons record up to 30 to an hour before shutting off. This records only 10 minutes, so that's like the biggest downfall. So you'll end up, instead of just recording an entire video and just chopping it up, you'll have to record just scenes, which is what I do all the time with this camera, which I have no problem with it. It's just, it makes it a little bit more harder to record and stuff. Next camera I'm going to talk about, guys, is the G7X Mark II. This camera, oh, when I bought this camera, it was such a game changer when it came to vlogging. Like, it's way smaller than the camera that I'm using, that I'm like talking to you guys on now. It fits in my hand so perfectly. It can go in my pocket with no problem. You know, just turn it off and the lens retracts, and it just, when I bought this camera, it was just gold. This is what pretty much all the big YouTubers use. It's very known on YouTube because of the autofocus, the sensor that's inside the camera, the screen that flips over so you can see yourself. That makes it way more easier, and it's just so compact. And I feel like Canon just did a good job with this. So I use that camera mostly for my vlogs and stuff. I haven't taken pictures with it yet, so I don't know the picture quality. I'm pretty sure it's very good because the quality of the video is just so awesome. So if you're starting off vlogging and stuff and you want a good decent camera, the Canon G7X Mark II is perfect. I know you guys, if you're doing your research right, you probably heard that the Mark III came out. I will stay away from that. Just go with this. Mark III is like $800 and stuff. This was like $600 at Best Buy. And if you catch it on a sale, or even go on like Amazon's selling this camera for like $400. So there you go right there. So I would greatly recommend this camera if you're starting off and you want to vlog and stuff, because it's just so compact. It's just so simple to use. The battery life on it is just so long. Other people complain about it not being long enough, but I feel like if you're doing the right amount of vlogging throughout the day, you should be fine. And if you have to, you can just go and buy another battery, which is like 30 bucks at like Best Buy or Amazon. So it just, like I'm saying, like this just depends on what you want to film and stuff. So I do sit down, I do challenges, so that's what I use the big camera for. I use this camera for like vlogging and stuff. So it's just a big preference on what you're going to be filming and stuff. So also with the G7X Mark II, the audio quality with the camera, the microphone is just so crisp. The only downfall with it is you'll have to make your own like wind protector, because if you come into a lot of wind, the wind will, especially if you have the screen up, the wind will go against the microphone really loud, and it'll start to drown out the sound that you're recording with pretty much. So if you buy this, make sure you try to like make some type of like wind protection on top of it. Other than that, it's the audio on the camera is just so incredible. So you only really need like an external mic when it comes to this. So yeah. Moving away from cameras, we're going to talk about microphones. The microphone that I use is a Rode Pro Plus. I use this microphone when I'm using my Nikon because the audio and the microphone on the Nikon is very trash. So you'll need a external mic for it. This mic cost me about, it was originally $200, but only cost me about $125 because I got it on Amazon and it was a weekend sale that I bought it. So like I'm telling you guys, look out for these sales and discounts. You do not want to be paying $200 for a mic and stuff. It comes with a high frequency, low frequency setting. It comes with a rechargeable battery. So you do have to make sure that you do keep the battery charged up on this microphone when using it. Other than that, you won't know that it's dead. The other feature that I like about it is it does power on and power off. So there is a power button that you have to use in order to turn it on. But if you have it already plugged inside the camera, it will automatically turn on when the camera turns on. So that is a plus for this. I would recommend this camera to anybody. It's a nice quality camera. It picks up audio from a far distance, so that's why I would recommend this for anybody. Outside, I wouldn't really recommend it because it does catch a lot of wind noise, and that's just wind noise can mess up an entire clip within seconds. So I would recommend this if you're doing stuff on the inside. So yeah, there's that. Moving away from microphones, we're going to talk about storage. Your storage is going to be your SD cards and your external hard drives. SD cards, I recommend you skip the 32 and jump right into the 64 and 128. 256 will probably be a little bit too big, but you know, enough storage. Too much storage is never enough storage. So 32 gigs, you'll fill that with no problem. So stick within the 64 and 128. 256 will be a little bit too much. I think those SD cards are like $50 starting off. So just recommend those two SD cards for a specific brand. It doesn't really matter. They all kind of work the same and stuff. Some better than others, but I haven't run into any problems with mine. With the external hard drive, I use a WD Passport. You can pick those off of Amazon for about $70. I haven't set it up yet because I haven't. I actually cleared all my SD cards, so I'm pretty much starting all the way over. So once I start to fill up those SD cards, I then will move it onto the external hard drive when I do set it up. So that's really it about storage. There's nothing really much about it. Another reason you want to get an external hard drive is once all those videos start piling up on your laptop will start, like, you know, moving a little bit slower and stuff. So make sure you also pick up an external hard drive. They're real cheap on Amazon. Also, another thing, when you look up external hard drives, you have to look at the reviews and stuff, because it might be a cheap external hard drive, but the reviews could be 1 star and stuff. You don't want that. Moving away from storage, we want to talk about editing software. You're going to need somewhere to edit all your clips together to make one video. There's only been 2 editing softwares that I've used in the past, and one being Adobe Rush. With Adobe Rush, it's only $10 a month. It's real simple to use. It's like the bare minimum that you'll get with an editing software. Only problem that I had with Adobe Rush is the more I used it, the more it lagged, the more it glitched, the more it crashed on me. And I expected that because it's a new software by Adobe. It came out last year, so they're still tweaking it to this day. After that, I ended up saving a lot of money up, and then I went and jumped to Adobe Premiere Pro, which is what a lot of big people use. It's $30 a month, or you pay the $250 for the entire year. Adobe isn't a place where you don't buy it, but you buy the licensing for it to use it. So once you do buy it, you have to keep paying that every year and stuff. So that's another thing you have to look out for. There's tons of free editing software that you can go look up, but those are the 2 that I've used. And like, other than Rush being so glitchy and crashing all the time, I really enjoy editing all my videos. Someone is cutting the grass right now. I'm okay with that because my grass is horrible. But anyways, other than it being glitchy and laggy, it processed all my videos with no problems. I had no trouble rendering my videos. With Premiere Pro, it's so smoother. When I made that jump to Premiere Pro, it was just so smoother. So it's way complicated. Like everything that's set up and how it's set up, it's way more complicated. But I recommend, if you're gonna do that $30 a month for Premiere Pro or pay the $250, that you do watch videos on how to edit on Premiere Pro, because it's way more complicated and way more complex. But once you get like the basics down packed, everything else will fall in line, so it'll be easy to edit on those. So yeah. All right guys, last thing on my list is simple accessories like your tripods. I got a Gorilla tripod from Best Buy. It was like 30 bucks. Extra batteries, extra battery charging ports, headphones. I use my headphones that are by Beats by Dre. A mouse, because the trackpad sometimes it's just too tedious, so I just bought a simple mouse that was like $10 at Walmart. I got a free messaging bag, or a camera messenger bag from Best Buy when I bought my Nikon when that was on sale. So just simple stuff like that can also help you in the long run. Because with a tripod, you don't want to be that guy that stacks like 20,000 books just to hold up a camera and stuff, when you can just buy a simple $30 tripod that can just solve that problem with no problem. Also for vlogging, it's real easy just to hold your camera like that. So it's just, as you move on, the accessories will pop in your head on what, oh, let me get this, oh, let me get this. This will help me easier. This will be something more simple. So that's why my accessory list is just so short and stuff like that. So yeah. So that's the end of the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want me to go in depth about a specific item that you saw, make sure you comment down below on what you want me to go in depth on. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that bell so you can get a notification every time I post a video. I try to post weekly, but sometimes I slip up. Other than that, it's been a great video. Peace.